24 billion miles per moment, one speed of thought, you become a time traveler.
Okay. Where does it all come from? Pitch black, the darkness. It's simple, man. It's simple. It all comes from a theory of the first thought, an expression. It's like you feel it like an echo, like coming from like across the universe, but resonating within you. The echo. You feel it. It's not something that you hear. You feel the echo of creation. So it's like perspective. The proof is in everything you yield forth. Like all of the proof is in everything you bring forth from your being. This is gonna be like one of them days where I'm actually trying to cap on all of my watch hours. So, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff, Diving all the way in, like everyone else says these days, diving in deep. No, I'm just gonna stay on the surface. I don't want to go too deep for you guys right now. Too deep is like you're already in too deep. So I'm gonna stay on the surface and try to pull you back out before you drown yourself and go back to sleep. It's the age of Aquarius. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. I was born into the house of Scorpio. Mm. How about this? Throughout my entire existence, I've been born in the house of Scorpio. That means there is no time where I was born in any other pantheon. My energy arises in the house of Scorpio, period. Now, where that is from here is completely irrelevant, but important at the same time. Every now and then I locate innately wherever the constellation of Scorpio is, just to feel that energy and let it resonate within me. Like, in all of our existence, knowing where we came from is so much value in that. Like knowing how you got to the present, because it'll tell you what you have to look forward to in bits and pieces. To travel to the past in thought, to remember everything you've been through, like even things that you didn't necessarily go through in the past, but you had a chance to watch, like sitting in the living room at my grandmother's house. There was the smell of like oil and chicken in the air, greens. You could hear them boiling on the pot. We sit and watch cartoons, me and my cousins. It was only like me and my cousin Chris and Lamar at the time. And my auntie was at the table, like looking through papers or doing whatever she was doing. You know, being able to remember certain scenarios of what happened, like, or going even further back to thinking, like, whenever you like smell or touch or hear something that's like nostalgic to you, like that takes you back or feels like deja vu, it resonates a past life, an experience that your higher self is beaming into you. It's a resonation, a lesson, a message, something that you can yield fruit forth from, like be it good or bad in our physical translation of it, because it all comes from the darkness. Think about it. Until you open your eyes, you see nothing but darkness. This life must be like a beautiful hell for people who have never seen anything, but only had an opportunity to taste the other senses, like being able to hear. Like, could you really imagine being Ray Charles if you wasn't Ray Charles? Like, to not see anything but hear and feel everything. not knowing or even knowing that everybody else seems to be able to see things. Like, imagine being a person who can't hear. So all you do is feel and see things, but you just, it's a soundless world. Like, it's experiences that people, the majority of people without, you know, these issues, or I don't want to call them problems, but these challenges, these other challenges in life that other souls face, like ailments or disabilities. That's what we would call them down here. Some people would even go as far as to say, oh, that's a superpower. That person can't see because, you know, they can feel the emotions of the universe. Or that person can't hear because, you know, they're in tune with everything, so they're probably psychic. Oh, bruh, shut it up. It's a life that they have to live, and they have to become comfortable with themselves. Their soul has another level of training in store that yours just isn't able to comprehend right now. I'm sorry, mine doesn't even comprehend it. It's like, yo, imagine being born without an arm or a leg or some shit like that. There are stories like, in my years of walking, there are stories and lifetimes of great beings who created people who were lacking limbs, like had no arms or no legs, and this person was inebriated. I don't really want to say names or give way to like theories or concepts of cultural, where, you know, this is how the world began and this is how God molded man, and God was inebriated of himself or drunk of some sort of fruit, and became drunk off life and created man, and he was disfigured, different things like that, or being like explaining like how, you know, lame people are born, like not lame in a sense, but you know what I mean, like people with disabilities, or what they would say defects. I don't think it's a defect. I don't look at it as a defect. I look at it as you are here. You can't say it all comes from nothing. Nobody can, because you know, because nothing doesn't exist. It just doesn't, you know. But all this shit exists. Like, I can pick it up, I can touch it, you know, I can drink it, I can eat it, you know, smoke it. Life, it is what it is, right? You kind of want to make the best of it. It's like, so we all go through what we go through in life. It's a challenge, you know. Even trying to get to a golden age, like it's being like, look, no matter what you think or what you believe in, there are people with status right now. That's what we're gonna call it. Because it's always been called status and class, upper class and upper status people, 1%, 2%, and threes and such. And breaking down the variations. So however peaceful you decide to live, like just imagine you're living your peaceful life on the countryside. Another city is developing and they're thriving, but you know, you have things in your countryside that this city just does not have. And a couple people come visit, they didn't even know this city was there because they traveled from where they traveled and got to that area and started building their city. Now while their city is greater and way bigger than what your little town is, your little town, they come visit it and they realize you have that resource. They offer to bargain with you for that resource, but you let them know that, look, this resource is like critical to your people and you can't necessarily take it out of the ecosystem, or you're not really willing to bother to bargain with them for things that they have, because things that they have might actually endanger your ecosystem. What do? They mount up a whole attack on your little town and they come take that ecosystem, be it good or bad, whether it messes up your system or not. They don't care. They need that resource. That resource might be their final piece. That's the world we're in today. It's like, rather than figuring this stuff out and coming up with, you know, peaceful solutions, the full way out, like being able to come to this. Yeah, I have this town. True indeed. You have that city. True indeed. I have my resources. True indeed. You're willing to bargain. But look, listen, what you might be bargaining might not be good for my economy or what I have going on. My people might have this going on. But my bigger man would be like, look, listen, I will still share my resources with you. And whatever my people feel like may accommodate them, may accommodate them. This is building onto a people's existence. Most people, most cultural leaders won't even acknowledge that, to be like, It's to play forward. You can't be stingy on any level. Now, what that person decides to do, you can be like, look, I suggest you da 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 da, and teach them how to actually utilize this resource so they don't just completely get away with it. And that person should actually listen to that because, you know, obviously the little town that's running, like most people don't understand what an instruction is. They like, we seem to be so rebellious in our evolutionary growth as humans. Like, we just, it doesn't matter. I promise you, a creator of all things could stand in front of you and tell you everything, and you're gonna ignore him and say that that motherfucker is a liar and that shit ain't true because the rebellious in you. It doesn't matter, and he could shine his light and dim it, and you're gonna be on that same bullshit that you own right now. Now, a nigga come in, a mug comes in with some high tech stuff, you know, just ding, shooting lasers and stuff, and you gonna be asking that man how you get this laser and da 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 da. It's one of those just trend following worlds we have. Like, sit down, like at this point, I'm convinced if any aliens was to just make themselves exposed, we ain't even scared. Because we've been programmed to just be stupid. And I don't mean stupid in like a bad way. I mean like, if, you know, motherfuckers might try to make friends, get your alien drunk. Shit, great. I mean, I go online and I watch the most insane creations. Like, shout out to all of the content creators. Motherfuckers be having like stuff with aliens sitting in cars, you know what I'm saying, drunk and shit, just chilling, or, you know, smoking a cigarette, saying some epic stuff, and I'm like, yo, this is amazing. Is that alien real or is this an AI? Which brings it back to where did it all come from? It all came from some great intelligent motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because we're great and intelligent, and all we seem to do is create great things that reflect that intelligence. Yeah, we can give all the glory we want to God, but at the end of the day, it was some guy or lady sitting in a room thinking about this before they took a notion in action to actually just, you know, write it down, build it, construct it, bring it to life, and now it's on my feet or on my back, or I'm sitting in it and I'm flying through the air, or I'm talking to you guys on it, holding it in my hand. It's all the things we can imagine. They come from the darkness of our minds. It's abscess, because every time I close my eyes, every now and then I can flash the lights on and I see bright structures. And most of the time I end up under these bright structures or within these bright structures. Like, tell you like this. So I was meditating one day, and I was like miles away from Atlanta. I was meditating one day. Right? I was at my grandmother's house in South Carolina, and I was like, I need to think of somewhere, take me somewhere peaceful. Like, not saying that my grandmother's house was not peaceful. Like, mind you, a flash. Like, at first it was darkness, so I was like, in my mind, I was guiding myself, and I leaned down, and I kind of like imagined myself putting my fingers underneath some sort of like cranny or whatever, and lifting the dark, like shading the dark away. And when I did it, I seen a waterfall, and like it was bright, but it started raining. And then like I came out of it and I was like, yo, what the fuck was that? It was graphic. It was like very beautiful. And it was like, I ended up coming back to Atlanta, right? And as soon as I get back to Atlanta, my friend hits me up, man. She's like, yo, what's up? Brian B. Josie, why you back? King of Soul, da 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 da. You trying to go somewhere? Ride out with me real quick? Go ease your mind? I got a waterfall we can go to. And I'm like, okay, let's go. I kid you not. She pulls up, we walk through the woods and stuff, all the things that I love and hate in life that I'll be like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Let me go back to shelter where there are no bugs and spiders and shit. I respect them, but I don't want to get hit by anything out here. Anyway, we go through the path, you know, I'm picking up water rocks and river rocks and shit because, you know, I'm feeling energy and all of that good stuff, getting in my feelings. I'm like, beautiful day, yo, you guys, it looks like rain. They like, yo, it's probably not going to rain. It's, you know, humidity out here because of the freaking waterfall. That's Tati. She's sounding all intelligent and stuff. We make it to the waterfall. When I say it's the exact image I seen in my freaking meditation, like in asking to take me somewhere. Like I've done this plenty of times. Like I've envisioned me walking on the beach and end up later on in life I'd be walking on the beach in Myrtle Beach or somewhere random. Like, oh man, this is the exact same outfit I had on in the damn meditation. Like some people would take that and be like, yo, he's seeing the future, or yo, he's teleporting himself through time. Technically, you are teleporting yourself through time with your mind. You're pretty much taking yourself somewhere, whether you're in present or whatever. The time that you actually get there will, be determined off of how strong your thought or your want to get there is. It's like being like change up your look. It's many ways to do it. It's like with all of these ancestral energies and the presence that resonates, the spirit, your everlasting spirit that resonates on this earth, channeling it and channeling it through like names of historical names of powerful beings, deities, aka Christ, Jesus, God, Yahweh, Enki, and Leo, Horus, Haru. Like the names are infinite. It's a lot of names, but you channel these names to influence your life, like basically. Like it's just kind of like, most people will be like, oh, it's like God worship or devil worship or whatever. It's all energy that's you. It's lives, past lives that you yourself lived. Either way, like me wanting to sing, it's tapped into a musical life set, like a background of not just being like in this lifetime watching Michael Jackson on TV or seeing the Temptations or that whole tra la 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 I love you, that whole commercial that came on, the music of the 70s, 60s, and all of that good shit that I was programmed to while I was like trying to sleep at night when the TV just accidentally got left on, and then like later on the ratchetness actually comes in, aka the box and stuff that comes people's lives and stuff. And it's still all coming out of man's head, you guys. It's coming out of this thought thing, and we got this intellect, this consciousness. Is so many different names for even that. Use your imagination. Imagine how great you could be. Imagine how awesome you are. Imagine how capable of actually being compassionate and living a long, prosperous life you are. Like, imagine that. Just imagine that. Imagine life without war. Imagine life without division. Like, just imagine a life where the cost of living isn't folding in around you and pressuring you to technically kill yourself. Like, you're not feeling like, oh, what the is this all for? The economy is crashing and the cost of living is just still going up and nobody seems to give a f. Meanwhile, California is burning off the freaking map. It's earthquakes in freaking Australia. White people are leaving America in bulk loads, getting the fuck out because they think somebody gonna drop a bomb over here and they'd rather wait it out and come back when it's all over. Canada's like, I don't know what's going on. The rest of the world is lost. Like, oh my God, can Jesus please just come back already? God damn it. I love that shit, It's entertaining sometimes. Like, I look up and I'll be like, yo, creator, you did your thing. Are you not entertained? I love saying that. Like, be honest with yourself. Search your soul. Like, I seen a meme scrolling through YouTube. I don't really know where I was. It was like the girl. It was like when you meet God, and the girl was like, "I had a good game. It was amazing. Shit, I can't wait for next time." And she all beat up and bloody and shit. And you like, damn. Whoa, she must have went out like a G in some form. And it's like, wow. Apocalyptic thoughts. Like, check this out. What if I told you you technically already see the dimensions when you imagine dumb shit? Like, when you take it upon yourself to imagine this scenario versus this scenario versus your actual scenario, you're actually seeing through veils of dimensions to see yourself in other universes or in other paradigms doing something different. Like the rich you, the even broker version of you, the even broker version of you, that porn star version of you, that hustler version of you, that white version of you that you kind of keep to yourself because you don't want to tell nobody you secretly imagine being white. When you at home by yourself, you'd be like, man, if I was a white motherfucker, I'd get in on their asses. And then next thing you know, Dave Chappelle pops in your head. Like, yo, I'm just saying, like, you can create whole worlds up there, but it's not just you creating the whole world. It's more in you creating something that's already there that came out of the darkness with you, like, because it all came from pitch black, and then lights were on, and then everything was colorful and vibrant and beautiful and grim at the same time, because everything that you accept you have to let go. It's a wheel of life. The cleansing is in knowing that every day.
Everything that you accept, you have to let go. I receive just to give it back, because at the end of the day, that's what we got to do. It doesn't matter what trust you sit up, whatever. You receive these things, these blessings, these things in life just to give it back. The energy is like, it's a cycle. You ever heard of a cipher? Like, the whole thing is, most people don't, most people, some Islamic faiths or Islamic people that practice this type of supreme mathematics, before they get to the number 10, it starts over. It's like 10 is technically the creation of an entirely new genre or entirely new age. It's like there are only 9 numbers to begin with. Like, that's all. It's 1 through 9. That's it. I mean, I don't know what Terrence Howard was, I know what he was getting at, but technically there are only 9 numbers. And the whole tricky thing about 1 is the number that contains everything within it. Like, and 0 just technically never really existed, because 1 came into existence, and from that moment 0 just wasn't even a factor. Like, because it's just not. It's only added to increase the numbers, to increase the scale. Like, because the scale, once it gets to 9, it's just a cycle you'd have to repeat. So that cipher right there, that cipher, which means cycle or circle, is a repeat. Like, so it's, 1 through 9, and then it's reborn again. Like, so with that pertaining, like, with that 1 can technically become an infinite amount of possibilities, an infinite amount of numbers, letters, whatever the fuck you want to say. Because you just imagine one thing, and once you imagine one thing, you imagine multiple states of that one thing. Like, it's cloning itself. Like, and in theory, not just in theory, scientifically proven that one single cell atom or one single cell organism can technically replicate itself. Like, it not technically even, it will replicate itself. It's like, I got you. Fads, trends, they all replicate themselves. If I was to do a little judge and be like, anybody does one, does a dance, she shake her ass, like all the women on social media are about to drop thunder, clap. Like, one chick do a clap challenge and everybody doing it. You do a run off the cliff challenge and everybody doing it. And all it took was one person, not 2 people trying something, just one motherfucker. It proves that one thing can multiply, sometimes at a sporadic rate. Like, if it has that type of life behind it. Like, so that 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all in 1. So it's all one thing at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But whatever you take out of what I just said is what you take out of what I just said. You already know where everything comes from. The only reason you keep asking the question is because you're bored. And like I said, you imagine things coming from this place. And then next thing you know, you was like, well, what if it all came from light? Like, anybody ever thought of that? Anybody ever thought that maybe everything was bright, and then next thing you know, boom, it was dark as fuck, and all we had was a little bit of light left? Shit. And you're like, oh, you just created another dimension. You just technically just created a whole nother universe. And shit, now we gotta explain this and debunk it, and now we got a whole bunch of people that believe that everything came from the light, and it was bright, and there was no darkness at first, only light, and then it got dark, whatever, and then they had to cut the lights back on. I don't even know if people get this, man. I'm gonna read these comments for like 3 seconds, or longer than 3 seconds. I actually do get paid from singing when I make it a serious move to get paid from singing. Like, I have to actually demand and be like, yo, pay me, because I don't really want to get on this stage for free. I technically be nervous as fuck, but I be loving that nervous feeling. I'm gonna let you know that. I be loving it. Like, it's like this. It's like, my cousin asked me, like, cuz how you be getting on stage like that, but your legs be shaking like crazy? I don't know. It'd be amazing. That jump be like, it's like an adrenaline rush. And I'll be like, bro, I know I'm gonna kill it, but there's a lot of people out there. And I'll be like, they here for me? Oh, y'all here to see me? Let alone me? Motherfucker, I'm about to kill it. I love y'all. It's a whole nother feeling. It's like I'm possessed. It's like a entity comes on me that just wants to entertain and sing to people. It's like he's crazy. Jesus is the only way, dog. Repent and you will be saved. That may be. But that ain't even my fallback plan. The whole point of that whole look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to be rude, so I'm not gonna comment on that. I'm just gonna say amen, okay? Amen. All right. Amen, brother. Amen, brother. Yeah. That's all the comments to read right now. You YPN Jet Money. You asked the realest question. And technically, yeah, because you technically do have to book me. I'm gonna extend this live for just a sec, cause so if you're watching this, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna explain the process to you. Learn to hold your nuts if you're an artist, and if you're good and you get enough good comments, like this could either boss your career up or hurt your career. You have to make yourself like a desirable need to an event. Because once you become that, like, and once you do that, you got to make yourself both accessible and unaccessible to the people that you are desired by. It's to be like, once, because the accessible comes with your weight or your value, where you value yourself. You could take $50, 75, 20, 100, 200, 1,000, 15,000. It depends on how much you value yourself and how much work you put in. Like, so with me, it's more like I have booking channels. Like, you got Gig Salad, you got like your own like self-made. You can set up events on Eventbrite. Like, you can literally go around and shop clubs and events and venues and find out how much they charge to book a spot, and take a month to a month and a half to book that spot. Sell tickets. Like, you actually go ahead and start promoting. Like, pick a day that you know you're gonna be able to get in on, and you start promoting that day online and out in public, and you give yourself a few months in advance. I'm giving you go, take this and write this shit down. This is the part where you want to pull out your pens and your pads and write this down. This is stuff that me and my team have looked over, reviewed. And yeah, you gotta have a team. Like, when you're doing music stuff and you step into the, yo, I want to get paid, you're gonna have to have some sort of team. Whether you find one of those teams that might be shady con artists online, or you go through the whole grueling task of developing your team from the people who are surrounding you. You just find your most trustworthy friends and family members that you might want to bring in. Some people say don't work with family members, is not a good idea. To me, it's all a judge of character. You just know yourself, and you'll be able to bring in, you'll actually attract the ones that's going to make it actually happen the best and fastest way, most effective. It's all really about a story too as well. But your booking avenues, that's what's important. And a lot of them are changing. They always change. So it's better to just go around and shop different venues yourself, at least the ones you know. Find out the price that they charge to book a whole club out, and you scale your actual event based on that. So you take yourself 2 months to like 1.5 to 2 full months to actually promote it. On the third month, that's when you have your day that you're actually going to throw the event. You're going to have to sell tickets. You're going to have to like promote and actually sell out the venue. So you're going to have to already have, you know, X amount sold, and you kind of want to make a profit. Like, that's the strategy to it. So if you like in like small towns, or if you feel like you're gonna have to fly out, sometimes this strategy might not even take you a budget. You can easily walk in on places that be like, oh yeah, I'll try you out, man. How about you come back on Wednesday, and da 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 da. And those are gonna be free. That's when you want to get your merchandise in, or you want to make sure you have a way to let the crowd know, crowd control, like, yo, da 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 da, and you can get paid for it. Like, and like I said, you just learn to hold your nuts. Like, when clubs hit you up and be like, yo, I'm doing a performance, or da 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 da, you just tell them your rate. Yo, I charge 100, or I charge 200, da 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 da. Send them your music. If they don't want to do it, then it is what it is. You continue on to the next spot. That's the only real way you get paid, man. You gotta actually put yourself out there as a paid pro artist. Like, I mean, you can chalk through it and drop and defy algorithmic laws with timing and God's good grace if you want to, you know, and put your music on SoundCloud, and, or, you know, I guess TikTok or whatever. I mean, TikTok's gone. Whatever platform is popping right now, you can throw your music on there, and the people will agree with it, and it pops and it pops. And then, you know, you can still figure out how to hold your grit down and say, look, I got to get paid for this. Like, real talk. Because me, myself, I understand, like, it's a lot going on with being an artist. Most people don't really get it. That, like, you're in a, whether you love doing it, enjoy doing it, it's different when you're on stage or you're in front of people and you're displaying your craft. Like, the judgment is real, but it's more in a lot of us will judge ourselves to death on this shit. So it's real. Like this shit'll make or break characters, and we just keep going. So it's like we're addicted to this shit anyway. Me myself, at least. You know, I love getting on stage. I just don't get on stage enough. But you know, that's because I hold my grit, and I really don't like doing shows unless I'm getting offered some sort of compensation. Like exposure is cool, but to me, this is a money game. Because you can get your exposure just by paying for ads, like a $30 ad budget. You'd be surprised exactly what that can do for you, of how much power that can reach, that can get, versus doing open mics. Like, don't get me wrong, those open mics are real, and I do suggest you get your push-ups in. Get your push-ups in, because shit, I'm going to them. I guess I call it, you got to turn up, because it's not just about performing in front of people, it's about entertaining people. Like, if you watch your watch some of your favorite artists, on stage, like their show set up. Man, Kanye West rose to the top of the freaking stadium. Like, you had to be there. Like, I was watching this and I was like, what the and people went ham. Like, yo, I watched some shows where I've been like, yo, this shit is entertaining. Like, I know why I'm here with everybody else. Like, yeah, because this shit is fire. It's tingling my senses. You want to be able to do that. You literally need to be able to do, in order to get paid for your shows. This is the thing I've been trying to master. It's called stage presence and charisma. If you don't have it off stage, you need to be able to turn it on stage. And I mean, like, because that's what it is. It's like every time Chris Brown does a backwards flip, boom, and the crowd go ham, that's that nigga's stage presence and charisma. Like, I guarantee you, boom, crowd goes wild. Bitches on the floor passing out. Michael Jackson had it, James Brown, like all of the greats had it. Elvis, freaking Rolling Stones, they still have it. Like all of these great ones, they like all of the greats, like everybody, Andre 3000, Outkast had the craziest set, like the craziest. These niggas hopped out of a fucking spaceship with pink and yellow wigs on. Like, nigga, AT aliens for life. What's wrong with you, bro? Like, come on. I've seen niggas hop out of freaking cars on stage and elevator. You're at an open mic. You need to figure out how to entertain people on that level and leave a lasting impression. I suggest you learn how to do the 3-4 second show trick where you sing to a person and you lock eyes with the crowd for like specific periods of time. You pretty much put that shit in them, and that's if you like a singer. Because if you like a hip-hop artist, you do that shit and it's kind of like you picking niggas that you want to beef with. And I wouldn't necessarily do it. I would just get on stage and just make my music sound good and do backflips and shit, to be real. But I can't do backflips. But yeah, that's, I know I went on a tangent, but I did somewhere in there tell you how to get paid as an artist for your shows, man. You gotta do it. Check out Gig Salad. It might work way better for you than it does for me, but it does work. I do get booked on Gig Salad. I get requests, and that's guaranteed pay, when it comes down to it, because that's the only way you're gonna actually agree to doing people's events, unless you're like, yo, contact me off this, I'll do it for free type shit. No. Hold your grit. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. And make sure when you're picking your platform to put your music out there, me, myself, I chose TuneCore, CD Baby, and DistroKid. Those are my top 3. I know about the others. I just don't really use them because the top 3 have just been around. Well, that CD Baby's been around the longest. TuneCore, to me, has been next up. And those 2 actually pay the most, believe it or not. Because it's not because they've been around longer. I don't, it's something that they're doing with just their pay system. They're paying more. DistroKid pays. I tried United Master. It's not my cup of tea. It might work for other artists, but it's not my cup of tea. A friend of mine, he actually makes about the same as what I make on United Masters, that I make on DistroKid, and I know for a fact you actually get paid from it though. So that's a true thing. The whole thing I didn't like about them, they may have fixed this by now. You cannot claim your YouTube and certain other platforms when you use United Masters unless you go through the traditional way, but you technically won't be able to connect it for whatever reason. I think they might have changed that. While on DistroKid, you can claim all your stuff. You can claim your Google plan, your knowledge panel, through DistroKid. You can claim your YouTube through DistroKid, enabling you to go live on, you know, actually enabling you to go live like how I'm going live, because I kind of skipped the whole process with going live when I claimed my YouTube and hooked it up to, once I claimed it, I hooked it up to my DistroKid, so I could have all my videos and everything routed through the DistroKid. So like if anybody like uses this sound in their music, or if I use it in I mean uses this sound in their podcast, or if even I use it in the back, some of my songs, a lot of my songs are actually pick that up, and that's more money that comes back to my actual account. So that's cool. I'm just saying I haven't made, I'm thankful, don't get me wrong, it's all profit to me when it comes down to it, or all, it's all money to me, like, and not necessarily, not even so, like, it's for people who like my music that I actually utilize these platforms, because it's a better way for you to actually put your music out there. It's still costly sometimes if you figure out how to build your own website, like you just take the cheapest route and build your own website and distribute your music solely through that. You won't pay like that yearly to them, and you technically keep everything. And there's a paid way and free way to register your music. Most people don't. They just try to do it, and they be like, oh, you know, they're charging me $25 or $50 or $100 to register my music in a library. And I'm like, bro, just go through like an employee and set your stuff up and then register your catalog, bro. It's not rocket science. It's free to actually set yourself up as an employee of BMI. This way you can actually set up your own publishing agency, or either set up your own like artistry like registry. Like I got all my songs on BMI registered, but I log in as an employee of BMI, which also allows me that if I wanted to register other artists, or, you know, different people that want to be like put their music out there, I can actually do it. I can set your account up. Like, you know, it gives you more like independence. And, you know, of course you're gonna have to be accountable for all your stuff, because if you do a show, you can also get paid through BMI. Like if you register the song that you're going to go do the show. Like most venues that do open mics, I'm gonna hit you with a real secret, are BMI registered. And most artists don't even know that. So you go into these open mics, right? You're not realizing you can get paid just for doing a free show, or paying $10 and going to go get on stage at a showcase. As long as you're registered online and you go and you catalog that performance, that date, it's going to pick that up with the registry, and you're going to get paid an X amount based on the location of your performance. Like however well that venue is known to do, you'll get compensated for that. And it's residual, because I get like every 2 weeks I get like, it's not much, and I'm not going to really disclose the balance, but every 2 weeks I get a BMI check, like an actual BMI check. Yeah, because at first I was wondering, yo, where the fuck is this coming from? And I'm like, yeah, because I remember a friend telling me, yo, go online and register your performances through your BMI. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you don't even need a clip. Just type the date that you did the performance, the location, blah, 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 and then register it, and then wait a little bit. When it approves that you've done these shows, wait a little bit more, you're going to get a check. And once it starts, it don't stop. What? So the more shows you do and the more you register, your catalog can build up. It keeps going, it keeps growing, and you get that money. Like that's royalties, that's residual income. So it ain't, but like I said, mine ain't enough to just free my life right now, because I need to do more performances, or maybe just sit down and take the time to actually register the ones I've done. You also only have 6 months within, I think it's like 6 months, 6 months within each quarter to register shows. I think, don't completely quote me on that, but I do know you don't have it, as long as you think, to actually register your live performances. And through TuneCore and CD Baby, whenever you post, it does that shit. Like you post your stuff and you can get paid like that. They'll help you register and set up BMIs. That's another reason I had used CD Baby when I had first started, because that's how I actually found out about BMI. I was like, oh shit, BMI? What's BDS spins? What's this, that? Went down a rabbit hole and started getting everything, all sorts of shit done. And most of it I found out it was free. Like you can actually even get your own barcodes. That's why I was saying, if you wanted to take the avenue of setting up your own website, Ecwid, I think that's how you say it. Shopify is pretty cool, but you do know it's a yearly and a monthly. The free ones like Ecwid or something, and I know I use Big Cartel, and at any given time, you know, I can use the Big Cartel free and just put a way to like sell my music digitally up there. You just boom, put the image of your music in a digital format, and when they click buy, you just sell the order to them. You just let them download the music. It's simple. It's very simple. You can even code and put a streaming thing so they can actually listen to your music on there. You can even take some of these other current running apps and like Audio Mac, or I think that's what it's called, Audio Mac. Audio Mac. I think no, that's a recording program. It's one of them that allows you to listen to music. It's just as potent as freaking uh, SoundCloud. Either way, you can take some of these and actually code them into a platform where people can stream your music straight off of your website. So you don't even have to use a distribution platform like CD Baby or any of those. And you can actually put a price on it. It's just, those are the easiest avenues to get your music in every platform, like every streaming platform, including YouTube Prime. Like, that's how you get it. And guess what? That shit came from somebody's thoughts. Like, a motherfucker was like, yo, I wonder if I could make it to where I could stream music on my phone. Boom. And now it's on my phone. He's sitting there thinking about it, listening to his Walkman, like, yo, if I didn't need this Walkman and I could just listen to this shit off of this phone, that shit would be fine. Boom. What if my phone had a speaker? Boom. Nigga, what if my phone was a tablet? Boom. Nigga, what's wrong with y'all? Work it out of here. Nah, I was just going back to the title. Look, listen, I appreciate y'all for kicking it with me for 45 fucking minutes. Like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna go get a haircut. I got a show coming up. Stay tuned. I probably will go live later on when my show pops off, just to show y'all what's really good, and then register and try to get paid for it on BMI. I love y'all. Stay up. Appreciate everything you do. Be great. One of y'all build a spaceship for me, or come get with me and we can build it together. We can build that spaceship together. One world, one order. You feel me? And higher power shit. Man, I love y'all. Stay up. It's really 42 minutes worth of juicy video for you guys. I killed like almost an hour. Website description will be in this video. My website description, josiefuller.com. Ride with me. You can actually purchase exclusive merchandise on that website. I'm gonna put it in the description so you know what's up. I got you. Hey, since I'm at 10K subscribers, and assuming that this video might actually reach some people, comment one love on some Bob Marley shit to let me know you feel the vibes. And for everybody that comments, I'm gonna go through and pick at least one person and give them an item. Like, depending on how my budget goes up, because I'm a broke nigga trying to get rich. Matter of fact, let's redo that one. In the comments, just to keep me on my toes and let me know you guys love me and you still rocking with me and everything's good. Comment one love, on some Bob Marley shit. And it's all one love, man, because you gotta love, man. Hate is just terrible and it's a waste of time, y'all. I'm just saying, it is, man. Let me know where you at in the world in the comments also, man. I hope everything's good where you are. And if it ain't, I hope it gets better. Like, I'm really praying that it gets better. Like, just know, more than praying, I'm thinking about you. And I'm thinking and imagining your life being better and amazing. You feel me? Better than it was yesterday. You got me. No matter how negative I might seem, I'm thinking about you. And I'm imagining you living your best life ever, because it's just fun for me to watch that shit. You feel me? I love you guys. Stay up.